Hello and welcome to MSU Inside Out on your local access channel 19. I'm your host, Mariah Zabek.
And I'm your other host, Jamie Council. We have a lot of great things to talk about today. A lot of great guests joining us. I know it's kind of a Greek week for us. On accident, I know I'm talking to a new sorority here on campus, and you're going to be talking to one of the frat members. And then also Josh Zimmer, not Greek, is still going to be talking about a great flood recovery with Kyler later in the show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing all about that. We also have Take Back the Night coming up. Bridget LaFontaine, our news host, has some information about that for us with women's rallying for our rights. And Jesse Rosbud has more about our volleyball team who is doing incredible things this year. So.
Yeah, they got a big win at UMary this week, and so it's a lot of great things happening now, but we still have a lot of great things to look forward to in our future. Here being college students, I know Bridget has some more information about how we can better our future, don't you?
I do actually, and we have a workshop that is happening this week, actually tomorrow. And let's just get right into it. Planning for the future is easy for some MSU students with the help of Dr. Audra Mayerchin. The broadcasting professor presents a student success workshop highlighting communication techniques needed to land a job. This session will develop your interview skills, overall image, and help match your skills with your employer's needs. Branding yourself for success begins at 10 a.m. on Friday in Old Main. A local group is rallying the community toward ending violence with Take Back the Night. The event will encompass guest speakers, a march, displays, and information about community resources. Take Back the Night began in 1878 when a group of women advocates marched together to protest rape and violence against women. This international tradition continues on Tuesday, October 29th in McFarland Gallery, just outside Anne Nicole Nelson Hall. For more information, contact Student Social Work Organization at 858-3142. One of Britain's leading percussion bands makes their way to MSU this upcoming week. Maraca 2 will present a percussion workshop starting at 8:30 a.m. on November 1st in the Gordon B. Olson Library. The ensemble members include Tim Palmer and Jason Huxtable, presenting a workshop on keyboard, percussions, trap set, and other drumming instruments for anyone interested. The day's activities will conclude with a Maraca 2 concert in Anne Nicole Nelson Hall. The workshops and evening concert are free and open to the public. It's time to do a little or maybe a lot of shopping at the Big One Art and Craft Fair next weekend actually. The ND State Fair Center will host the 38th annual Christmas show on November 1st and 2nd. Various handmade items from across the U.S. will be showcased from more than 350 vendors. People attending the Big One can expect to see just about anything and everything. Food, art, pottery, jewelry, furniture, and home decor are just a few items to look forward to. You can check out yourself from 10 to 8 on Friday and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Admission to the event is $3. And I am super excited to go to this because last year I went and I bought these really sweet mittens and I lost them this year.
So you gotta go get some more mittens.
So I need to go get some.
Well, I'll be sure to go too because I need to invest in some mittens as well. So maybe we can
let's go together.
Meet after the show. We can find out later. All right, and beyond that little fun event we have going on, we have the fraternity who is involved with many events here on campus. With me today, I have Vice President of our fraternity, Mu Sigma Tau. Mu Sigma Tau. I have trouble saying that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's Greek and I don't speak Greek. But I'm here with Greg today. He's a junior here at Minot State University and a business major. So Greg, can you tell me a little bit about your fraternity and what kind of service events you guys do?
Well, lately we've finally gotten around to getting enough people. So we've been really getting into the community a lot lately. We have a philanthropy committee. They're great. They get a lot of opportunities for us, like we've helped hang drywall at a church. We've done several walks for cancer and suicide prevention. And up here soon, we're going to be at the Halloween event at the Dome.
Oh, we're going to be at the Halloween event too. What are you guys doing for that?
We're just going to be handing out candy, maybe dress up, you know. We're guys, we're not as into the whole getting dressed up thing, but we'll do what we can to make it fun for the kids.
That's awesome. So you said that you guys were having trouble getting a lot of more members, and now that you finally have enough people that you can start doing things, how's the recruitment process gone? What do you have to do to get that going?
Well, the campus makes it pretty easy for us to get a whole bunch of people to see that we're here with the club fair. You know, everybody is looking for something to do, especially in the fall semester when all the freshmen are coming in. They need these groups to help themselves get going in college. A lot of people get nervous. So what we do is we just set up our booth, we go around, we get people to check out our booth, talk to some of our older members, see what the experience is like, and hopefully, you know, we kind of hope that they're interested and, you know, that we like them too. It's a big process. We all become a family, and so far everybody has been great. We get along well, and it's worked for us.
Well, that's awesome. Is that how you got involved? You just heard about it on campus, or did you know someone?
Well, when I got here, I ran track, and I knew, and a couple of the frat guys were on the track team, and they just approached me, and we hung out a few times, and they told me I'd be great for the frat. And at first I was a little bit uneasy. I never really thought about being in Greek life before, but I just went for it, and it was one of the greatest ideas that I've ever had.
That's so awesome. So you said earlier you're a bunch of guys, and you're actually in the frat house. Not all of the guys in the fraternity live in the fraternity house, but Greg, as vice president, gets that opportunity. Greg, can you tell me what's it like living with a bunch of guys?
It's pretty great most of the time. It does have its ups and downs, but that's what happens when you fit 10 guys into a house. There's always somebody there, which can be good or bad. Sometimes you need your time alone, but I wouldn't trade it for being alone. It's been great. Whenever you never are bored. You always have stuff to do.
Are you guys pretty clean in there, or?
We do our best. We do the best we possibly can.
So you said earlier that you couldn't imagine not being in the fraternity. What makes it so special to you? Is it this group of guys? Is it being involved with the community? Is it hanging outside on the weekends? Like what?
Well, the fraternity has really helped me figure out who I am. I went from, you know, living with my parents outside of the state, and then I came here. And it gave me this confidence boost, having this great core of people behind me. Like, the guys are great, everything that I've done is great, and it kind of just forces you to get into the college life. And it was awesome. I didn't have to think twice about anything.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I've never really been involved in anything like that. I mean, I played sports and I'm here, so this is my family. But do you guys do anything with the sorority? Later on, we have an interview with some sorority girls. Do you guys do anything joining together?
Yeah, we do stuff. We join with the sorority all the time. They're always over at our house, and we're always doing events together. We've done blood drives, tailgate together. We have this thing we call Greek Friday, where they come over or we go somewhere and have just a fun time. And we just, you know, this new sorority, the Delta Sigmas, I believe, they just came on campus, and we're involved with them, and it's just going to be an interesting ride.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Greg. Once again, that's Greg Grosbeck. He is a vice president of Mu Sigma Tau fraternity. Sorry about that. Moving on, they said they did a lot of community involvement stuff, and one thing they have helped is flood victims. With us today, we have a student who is in a class that is turning the flood, a negative, into something positive. Kyler, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Mariah. The flood of 2011 took a toll on many people. Now, wouldn't it be interesting to see where those people are today? Here to help us out with that is Josh Zimmer. Thanks for joining us today, Josh.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So you guys are doing a class assessment of the flood victims. What's that assessment about?
The assessment's going to be about basically trying to find out things that they're still going to need, whether it's emotional, financial, physical, or just mental help, and things that maybe the community hasn't given to them or the city of Minot hasn't been able to give to them, and just things that they're still struggling with is basically what we're going to conduct these surveys for to find out.
Okay, and how long have you guys been working on these surveys and assessment?
We've been working on the surveys for the last 2.5 weeks, but basically this has been in a semester-long project. We started basically from the first day we started classes, and we really knocked it down and narrowed it down on what we wanted to get done and just basically who we wanted to target. And we decided that with it being a crisis communication class, what not better than to use the the flood as something as kind of a gateway to see if we can use this as a project.
How many people are in the class?
We have 7. We have 7 people in the class, and most of us are upperclassmen. I don't think there's any freshmen or sophomores.
Okay, the surveys take place November 4th, 5th, and 7th. Where are those surveys at?
The surveys will be at, the 7th will be here at Minot State University. The 5th will be at Town and Country. And then the 4th, which is going to be the first day, obviously, that we're going to be having them, will be at one of the conference rooms in the Sleep Inn and Suites up at Dakota Square.
Okay, you said, or we were talking earlier about how some people can be subject to interviews. How does that go, or how do you do that?
So basically what's going to go on is we had somebody in our class make a Survey Monkey survey for the for the victims and for them to come and fill out, and at the end of it it's going to say whether or not they want to be part of a open-ended interview face-to-face, and if they are, they'll fill out their information and we'll contact them and set up a day-to-day interview. And the goal with this, being obviously the 100-year anniversary, the Power 100, our goal is to get 100 face-to-face interviews. And so, we're hoping that, we come close to that mark, if not more.
Okay, and are you guys hoping to get a good turnout?
We're hoping. I mean, obviously you got to be, optimistic. You got to play both ends. Sometimes you got to be a little bit of a team player, and at the same time you got to play devil's advocate and try and point out all the negatives. And really that's something that you have to do in order for a project like this to, succeed, is point out things that are going to go wrong, or things that could go wrong, but yet things that could go right.
Okay, thanks for joining us today, Josh. Once again, those surveys take place November 4th, 5th, and 7th at the Sleep Inn, Town and Country, and the Minot State University. So with that, we'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks, Kyler. That's Kyler Elm talking to Josh Zimmer. So that's a small class hoping to make a big difference here on campus. We still have a lot of great things to look forward to so far in the show. We're about halfway through here.
Yes, we have a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to. Jamie has an interview with another sorority member. We also have our sports guy talking about the winning streak that soccer has going on. They've been doing great this season, so we'll hear a little bit about that. And we might get a little look at an early snowfall at the beginning of the week, but Christopher Kapp has more to tell us coming up after the break.
Thank you to our underwriters.
Walmart. At Walmart, you can save money so you can live better.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Western Pacific Crane and Equipment, the authorized dealer for Manitowoc, Grove, and National Crane.
The Center for Extended Learning. Our mission is to provide flexible, accessible, and quality lifelong learning opportunities.
All-American Trophies. Established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
The Pita Pit. Sandwiches, soup, and salad. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Art Main. Women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Midwest Oil Jobs. Brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management. Over 45 years of experience in managing properties and helping tenants find the right home.
MSU Athletic Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green, Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Digital Office Center. Offices located in Minot and Bismarck. Provides the complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and services.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Black Box, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's stories.
MSU Art Department. Stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibitions and art events.
Fiancé Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
NDAD, help for people with disabilities and health challenges. Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devil's Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Rick's Jewelry, where you'll shimmer and shine.
Watney Realtors, a full-service real estate agency handling residential, commercial, and investment properties.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
RL, specializes in creating custom-made vintage mod children's and baby clothes.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good time to be together.
KCJB AM, 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
97 Kicks FM, today's hot new country.
KZPR FM, Minot's rock station, 105.3 The Fog.
KMXA FM, Minot's best music mix, Mix 99.9.
SOS Image, improving the health and self-esteem of every client.
Grizzlies, the place for wood-fried food, friends, and family.
We're back here on MSU Inside Out. I'm your host, Jamie Council, and joining me now are two sorority members from Sigma Delta. I have juniors Brianna Benson and Samantha Stahl here with me today. Thank you guys for joining me.
Sure.
So unlike the other Greek life on campus, you guys are focused mainly on service, which is a little bit different, because like Greg said earlier, they have the house over there and are constantly throwing events there to get students involved. So can you just tell me in your own words maybe what this sorority, Sigma Delta, is all about?
Our mission is service to women and children. We just really want to help girls become engaged leaders in their communities. We want to help them form those lifelong bonds of sisterhood. And we like to have fun too, but our mission is to just help others wherever we can.
Okay, and how exactly did you guys get involved, or why did you decide to start this sorority?
I just saw a flyer that some of the MSU alumni had put up, and just thought it would be fun to be a part of something, to create something that was here before and make it new and just get involved.
Just get involved. Yeah, that's what college is all about, is getting involved. And what better way to do it than be doing a service, especially something you're passionate about, which is a great cause. And how can students get more information on this new sorority?
They can like our Facebook page. It's Minot State University Sigma Delta. They can talk to any of us. There's 4 active members. It's myself, Sam, Claire Walschlager, and Kylie Gammis. And we just pinned new girls the other night, so they can talk to them about it a little bit, but they're not active members yet, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you guys are getting new members, which is great because you guys started up in June of last year, so it's great to get the ball rolling. And speaking about getting the ball rolling, what are some upcoming events or even past events that you guys have been involved with?
We've done a couple of service projects. The last one we did, we went to one of the retirement homes in town, and kind of a Power of 100 thing also. We painted 100 fingernails of some of the ladies that are there, and that was super fun.
We also did Toilet Paper Tuesday for the YWCA. That's the shelter for women and children here in town. And they always need toilet paper. So our goal was 100. We actually got 583.
Who doesn't need toilet paper these days?
I know. So we did that. And then coming up now, we have Halloween at the Dome. And then in November, we're going to collect eyeglasses for children here and in like third world countries who need eyeglasses.
Wow, collecting eyeglasses. That's a little different of a project. How did you guys get involved or think of the idea of collecting eyeglasses?
One of our sisters, Kylie, her dad is a part of the Kiwanis Club, and it's a drive that they're doing, and so we're just partnering with them, and we're, helping spread the word to campus, people that they might not have approached before, so it'll be fun.
Wow, that's great. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you.
And good luck with all of the future sorority events.
Thank you.
So that is Brianna Benson and Samantha Stahl of Sigma Delta, the new sorority. on campus, you can like their Facebook page or talk to any one of them for more information. And going on this weekend, moving on, I know our very own Jesse has more information about hockey that has gone on in the past and in the future. What do you have for us, Jesse?
Yes, Jamie, the hockey team played at home last weekend, and they will be home again. Yeah, it was. It was a rematch of last year's championship game, and I'll get to what happened. Actually, I'll just get to that right now.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
The Minot State hockey team is continuing their great play from last season. The defending national champions held their ground last weekend to sweep Lindenwood. Now the Beavers will be at home again this weekend when they host Colorado State. Both games will be tough tests for the Beavers, who are an impressive 10-0. The games will be Friday and Saturday at the Mesa Arena. Now the Minot State soccer team is finding their groove at a good point of their season. MSU will be on the road this weekend. On Saturday, they travel to play University of Minnesota Crookston. On Sunday, they will play Bemidji State University. Now, as the Alicia Keys song goes, these girls are on fire. The Beavers are riding a 3-game winning streak. Now, the Minot State football team is not heading in that same direction. The Beavers are on a 5-game losing streak. Now, this weekend, they will play the University of Minnesota Crookston. On paper, it looks like an easier matchup for MSU, especially after a 52-0 loss to number 9 University of Minnesota Duluth. Now, let's get back to positive streaks. Everyone wants a winning streak in fantasy football. And how do you get yourself a winning streak? You listen to Andre.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 8 of fantasy football. Most of you should be halfway through the season. It's time to make a run to the top. I'm going to start off with my 2 favorite quarterbacks this week. Drew Brees has loved having his coach back, and coming off a bye week, he should have a heyday against the Bills. RG3 Robert Griffin III looks like he's getting his groove back. He expects to have a big performance against Sunday in Denver. Now, let's talk running backs. Eddie Lacy had a good week against the Browns, but I expect an even better act Sunday night in Minnesota. Giovanni Bernard is getting the touches, both rushing and receiving. He'll have sizable work this week. Now, transitioning to wide receivers. Bernard's teammate, A.J. Green, is starting to just heat up. He'll be putting big numbers for 3 straight weeks. Wes Welker is a solid start every single week, but I'm looking for a great performance this week against the Redskins. Deshaun Jackson should have a great week despite the troubles the Eagles are having at quarterback. On to other pass catchers. The tight ends. Rob Gronkowski has 1 week under his belt, and he should progress pretty quickly. I expect a Gronk spike this weekend. Jordan Reed finally broke out against the Bears. I foresee an even better feat this Sunday. Time for my sleeper pick of the week. We're staying with tight end position with Joseph Foria. Most of his catches have been touchdowns this year, so expect that to continue. I can't wait to see what crazy touchdown celebration he has coming next. Hey, everything will be great if you listen to Dre.
It's amazing how someone can fit so much wisdom into so little time. But Andre is amazing, and that's why you should listen to him. Now switching, Mariah, I know earlier you said I'd be talking about volleyball, and then I looked at my script and I had nothing about volleyball in there. But they are at home this weekend, the volleyball team.
They are.
Tomorrow night they play number 1 ranked Concordia St. Paul, and then on Saturday they play Minnesota State Mankato, and I know you're announcing both of those games.
I am announcing both those games. They should be really big games for the Beavers. They're 2 really, really great teams.
Yeah, and they're coming off a huge win, actually. They traveled to Mary earlier in the week and were able to get a win against the rivals. So
yeah, and winning against Mary is a huge deal for us. They're not
Who doesn't
top
like to beat Mary?
Exactly. They're not top in our conference, but it always rallies us up. I played last year, and I know when we beat them, we were on cloud 9. But the one thing I am looking forward to, like Jesse said earlier, I'm announcing that game, and I'm so happy that it's inside because I am such a baby, and the cold weather has been getting to me like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
Chris, you have some information about that for me.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I know that you said earlier today that it might start to snow next week. Should I be changing my Halloween costume, or should I add some stockings?
I don't know. Why don't we go check that out right over here?
Alrighty, thanks, Chris.
All right. As you can see right now, we have 39 degrees. It feels like 36, so we're starting to get a little cooler even in feel. That's okay. We still have our around 8 o'clock morning sunrises and sunsets at 6:30. Tonight, we have around 30 degrees across the entire state, which is actually really nice. We're going to have it's going to clear up a little bit, which will also be really wonderful. And then tomorrow, we'll have about 55, like mid-50s across the state, which will be really nice as well. We'll have 50 degrees in Minot, and then we'll have mid-50s to higher 50s over in Fargo. And then tomorrow night, which will be nice, will also be a great night for if you wanted to go out and do some stuff with the family, some friends, maybe some like pumpkin carving or whatever. As you can see, mid-30s, which will also be nice. We'll go in the 40s around Saturday, which is, again, you can't ask for a better weekend. And we'll finish it out with Sunday. Sunday's going to be 40s. We're going to have slightly cloudy, as you can see, but that's going to be okay. And for all of you traveling, that'll be just fine. As we continue on through the week, though, you'll see that we have some snow on Monday and Tuesday, which with 30s, which isn't so nice, but we'll get back into the 50s and moving on up after that.
Don't say the S word.
Well, thank you, Chris, for that recap. And well, I think we have something to look forward to this weekend, actually.
And people can get out of the cold by going to the hockey game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Or the volleyball game.
Or the volleyball game and hear Mariah announce.
Absolutely. There you go.
All right, Chris, thank you.
So yeah, a lot of sporting events going on this weekend, so that's exciting for students.
And another really, really exciting thing for all of us here, everywhere, every country around the world, I don't know, maybe I'm making that up, Halloween, 1 week from today, we will be here in costumes for you. Jamie, do you have a costume?
I do, but I don't want to give away any spoiler alerts. Everybody's just going to have to tune in next week to get their minds blown. So what about you?
Well, it's a work in progress. I don't really have anything yet, but we'll see. You know, it always comes. So Spotify Song of the Week.
Yeah, let's take them out with Spotify Song of the Week. What is the Spotify Song of the Week, Mariah?
The Spotify Song of the Week is by Ellie Goulding, and it's called Burn, and this is the remix, so thank you. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week on Halloween MSU Inside Out.
Giving love to the world. We'll be raising our hands, shining up to the sky, 'cause we got the vibe.